These are 11 ways that you can get in trouble in the Marines, and I did most of them. The first one is being too comfortable around NCOs. The second one is not looking busy enough. There's like this whole funny thing in the Marine Corps about like, if you don't want to be bothered in the motor pool, grab a clipboard and look really angry and like power walk. And people will leave you alone because you look busy. But like, they're not wrong. If you don't look busy, it can come back to haunt you. Whether it comes back to haunt you via an ass chewing or via getting volunteered for something, totally up to the whims of your leadership. The third one here is missing small details, especially uniform items. Attention to detail matters. Missing uniform items, like being off on when you do uniform inspections and you're missing something or you're wrong on something or your measurements are off, can all bite you in the ass. Number 4 is being in the wrong place. God forbid that you got the wrong word, or better yet, a lot of times what happens is you don't get any word. And so you're just like, oh, everything changed and no one told me. And so you're in the wrong place, especially if this is like you're missing duty. Like watch, get your ass chewed, even if you were never told anything differently. Number 5 here is having unauthorized stuff. This is usually like alcohol when you're underage, or too many bottles in your room, or maybe a firearm that you're not supposed to have and it's in your room, or, there's just, don't get caught with things you're not supposed to have. Funny enough, this can also be women in your barracks room, or persons that are not supposed to be in your room, outside of hours they're allowed to be, or not signed into the duty logbook. Number 6 here, smarten off to your leadership. Sometimes you get told a lot of dumb stuff and you really want to smart mouth, and it's just not usually worth it. Don't be that guy. Number 7 is sleeping when you should be looking busy. The number of times that hurry up and wait comes up and you're like, genuinely, there's nothing to do. And often it's like I remember like at Fort Leonard, there was a time when I was at MOS school and I was in the MAT platoon, which is Marines awaiting to train. And we weren't allowed to have our cell phones. We weren't allowed to read a book. We weren't allowed to leave the room. There was no seating in the room. So we were just like sitting on the concrete floor in this like supply locker room with like fence gates, whatever. We're like sitting on the floor and there's like hundreds. I mean, like we're like scrounged all over the floor, like can barely sit, can't lay down, and we can't play cards. We can't read a book. We can't have our phone. We can't do anything. We're sitting there for hours waiting on like word, hoping that maybe we get to train soon. God forbid you fell asleep, because what else are you supposed to do? But no, you can't fall asleep either. That was a whole thing. 8 here is forgetting watch, like missing fire watch, missing duty, or falling asleep on watch, or being caught on your phone on watch, or breaking any of the rules on watch. Sometimes you're allowed to watch TV, sometimes you're not, depending on what post. Sometimes you could be on your phone, sometimes you couldn't. But like messing around with watch, or missing watch, or falling asleep on watch, all very, very negative things. Number 9 here is getting caught doing something funny. Vets have a very interesting sense of humor. We do a lot of dumb and that's fine, but like don't get caught by the wrong person, because you're supposed to also be professional all the time, even though. Number 10 is hanging around the wrong crowd. If you're in the wrong place at the wrong time and somebody does something really stupid, you can get in trouble for it. Like, even if, like, let's say you're drinking and you have a DD, and then that DD starts drinking, you could get in trouble for drunk driving or whatever, or being in the vehicle, even if you had a plan. Unless you everybody knew that was a plan and everybody's like, no, he screwed all of us. I've seen, entire vehicles of Marines get in trouble just being around the wrong crowd, just like everything in life. Number 11 is just being a young Marine. You're going to get in trouble. Even if you're not doing anything wrong, you're going to get your ass chewed. It's just perks of being the new guy. The boot, as it were. It just is what it is. Now, I should clarify for y'all that this is the PG list because this is YouTube, right? But most trouble in the Marine Corps, or in the military in general, comes from being really bored and a little too confident. That's the majority of the things that we get into. So, hope you found some of these funny. Been guilty of a lot of these. Probably been guilty of worse. Probably gotten other people in trouble for worse. Is what it is. Semper Fi, Marines.